Yeah. Please continue, sir.
Next point is Lady of Baitiko, Bietikow. Lady of Baitiko. In Germany, recently, excavators found out a skeleton. The German excavators, they found a skeleton of a lady in the place in a village called Baitikow, Bietikow. It is found to be, it is throwing light on the life of a prehistoric woman. That is the skeleton of a woman belonged to Neolithic period. Neolithic period is 5,000 years old. It has thrown some light on the lifestyle of the Neolithic woman. The skeleton.
So where is it located?
Oh, yeah.
So where is it located?
Go on, madam. Go on, once again.
Where is it located? She is asking. It is in Germany.
Baitikow, Germany. Baitikow is village name in Germany. It's died more than 5,000 years ago. It belongs to Neolithic period and named after the village I told you. Since it is found in Baitikow, a village, the lady, the skeleton is called Lady of Baitikow. The skeleton was buried in a squatting fashion. In a sitting Padmasana style squatting, you see. In a squatting fashion, they found the skeleton. That means the lady died in a squatting fashion or it was buried in a squatting fashion. You must immediately, you should get now one more feature. Recently, we have seen, I think in 5-6 months time, we have seen somebody, a celebrity, was buried in a squatting fashion. Anybody can give me the name? SP Balasubramania was buried in a squatting fashion. Okay. The skeleton was buried in a squatting fashion, oldest known form of burial. That means the Shaivites, you see, the religion is how deep, how old it is. The burial, a particular style of burial attributed to a particular community worshipping a particular god. In India, we have seen such cases. You see in the world also, in Germany, 5,000 years ago, a lady was buried in a squatting fashion means it certainly rings something. There should be a connectivity when you go on finding such kind of incidences. You can link all the incidences. Ultimately, you can derive at a particular conclusion. This is leading to one such of conclusion. So, lady was 30 to 45 years old, and her teeth were eroded. That means teeth. They are worn out teeth. Worn out teeth was a symbol of eating the grains was the reason for worning out of the teeth. Generally, bajra and then sorghum, such kind of millets. When eating of millets was there, the teeth generally worn out rapidly compared to the rice. Rice is to be soft because it will not, the aileron layer will not be there. You take out the layer and then you go into the softer area, then you cook and eat. But when you are eating any grain millet, along with the scot you eat. That's why to masticate, your teeth have to move very rapidly. More number of times you need to bite and chew. That is one reason where teeth is eroded means that immediately the archaeologists identify the erosion of the teeth or the degradation of the teeth will be identified to grain eating. That means 5,000 years ago, the grain was there. It was popular. That is the inference that we have to get from that. Then Neolithic period, I talked about Neolithic. Then now I must say the features of Neolithic. Neolithic is 5000 to 7000 BC. 7000 to 1000 BC is the Neolithic area. Then crops used to be ragi, horse gram, cotton, wheat, rice, barley used to be the, and domestic cattle used to be there, sheep and goat. And blades are used, microlithic blades are used. The stones are sharply made into some kind of an implements. They used to use them. Bones are also, they were formed into some kind of an implement, and they used to use it as a, for sharper purposes. Bone is also used. Otherwise, sharpened rocks are used, rock cut blades are used. Pottery used to be gray in color, and some of the pottery, black pottery, was ornamental. The areas Mehergarh and Chiran in Bihar, Utnur in Telangana, Utnur in Adilabad district of Telangana, the Neolithic features can be found here from these excavations. I am moving on to the next topic, talking about Lachit Borphukan, Lachit, Lachit Borphukan, Borphuken, is the name of a Assam warrior. Lachit Borphukan is the name of an Assam warrior. PM recently on his visit to Assam paid tributes to this Assam warrior. He used to be a commander in Assam Kingdom. 1671, he fought the battle at Saraighat near Brahmaputra. He fought against Aurangzeb. In commemoration of this war hero, in National Defense Academy, every year, best passing out cadet is given a gold medal on the name of Lachit Borphukan. Moving on to the next topic, Maharani Jindan Kaur. Maharani Jindan Kaur. Jindan Kaur. Jindan Kaur. Her name came into recent prominence because her jewelry is auctioned in Sotheby's, London. Her jewelry is auctioned in London in famous auction company Sotheby. She is the youngest wife of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, father of Sikh Empire. She was the mother of Maharaja Dilip Singh, the last ruler of Sikh Empire. She led a spirited resistance to the encroachment of Mughal rulers into the Punjab. She fought her first Sikh war, and in that war she was defeated. She fled to Nepal, and in Nepal she spent her rest of life and died there. Moving on to the next topic, Sir Chotu Ram. Chotu Ram, Choturam. Sir Chotu Ram was the prominent politician in British under Punjab province, in British Indian Punjab province. He belonged to Jat community, and he championed for the causes of the oppressive community of Indian subcontinent. He co-founded National Unionist Party. When Congress and Muslim League were fighting against each other, he founded a new party called National Unionist Party. He fought Congress, he defeated Congress party in Punjab province, and he came out victoriously. That was the significance. And Punjab, against Punjab farmers, he fought for the Punjab farmers, and he was successful in relieving indebtedness of the farmers of Punjab from the money lenders. That time Punjab farmers used to borrow money from the money lenders. In turn, money lenders used to usurp the areas of the farmers. He fought successfully against them. He could able to implement a policy against the money lenders and saved Punjab rights. That's how he is remembered. Vishnu temple in Pakistan. Vishnu temple, during their excavations, archaeological excavations, when Pakistan and Italian agencies were excavating parts of Pakistan, in Swat district of Pakistan, SWAT, Swat is a district in Pakistan. When excavations were going on by Pakistan and Italian agencies in Swat district of Pakistan, a 1300-year-old Hindu temple was found. The area is Barikat Gundai is the area, Barikat Ghundai. Barikat Gundai is the place or town where the excavations held. A temple of Lord Vishnu was found, built during Hindu Shahi period. There, along with the temple, they found traces of cantonment, that means no military presence, water tanks, and bath areas were found. Watch towers were also found. Wherever a cantonment is there, no, generally watch towers will be there. Some of the people will be sitting in the watch towers and they used to see the movement of the pedestrians or anybody entering into the cantonment area. So this temple was built on Gandhara style of architecture. Madam, sir is waiting or I have time?
You can continue, sir. Sir didn't join it.
Okay.
When he
Then-
enters, I will inform you.
Yeah. Next point is, this Gandhara civilization, I told you, the important features of Gandhara civilization, Gandhara architecture is, it is still found in North Pakistan and near to borders of Afghan area. You can find Gandhara style. It belongs to first BC to second BC. Some of the examples of Gandhara architecture are Takshashila, Purushapuram, and Pushkalavarta. These are the places still you can find Gandhara style of civilization as well as Gandhara style of architecture and temple planning. Next point is Warli art. WARLI art. Warli art. Warli art on a terracotta, if you are seeing small pictures, a large number of pictures in a small, magnification in white color, anywhere you have seen that, that is a Warli art. It is basically belong to a Hyderabad art, but Hyderabad artisans went to Maharashtra and popularized this art called Warli art. It's a folk art, oldest form of art, but predominantly because of this Hyderabad artisans went to place in Warli and then now popularized this art. This is called Warli art. Warli is a place in Maharashtra. It's a 1000-year-old art form. Contrast expressions now you can find in this art form. That means background will have a darker color. On the darker color generally painted. On that brick red color, they used to paint with predominantly white or half white color. These two colors are generally used. Of late, we are seeing gray color also being used in a Warli art form. Geometric shapes, and then hunting, agriculture, fishing, or daily or social events, festivals, or village houses. All these themes you can find in the Warli art. Next point is 350th Jayanti of Baba Banda Sahib Bahadur. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Baba Banda Singh, madam.
Yeah, you can summarize it, sir. Malayadri garu joined.
No
I think-
problem, Amma. కంప్లీట్ చేయని నాకేం అర్జెన్సీ
అయిపోయింది, నేను కంటిన్యూ చేస్తున్నాను సార్.
ఏం పర్లేదు సార్, నో అర్జెన్సీ, యూ కెన్ టేక్ యువర్ ఓన్ టైం.
So I will be stopping with these 20 points, and then now tomorrow I will be continuing with the remaining points, madam. In these 20 points, if at all anybody has got any doubt now, kindly ask me. Students, anybody has got any doubt, any clarification, want any additional information in any of the aspects? Feel free to ask.
Any doubts, children?
No, madam. No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll be continuing tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Murali Krishna garu, thank you.
Yeah.